see it.
Gambino retires. Usher gets the Lifetime Achievement Award. Diddy is still on the loose. And Keefy D is finally talking to the fans before R. Kelly proving he is the dumbest. So you can see what it feels like to be ignored while you're in pain. And all you're asking for is help. I've been there, man. In them streets and as an artist, I've been there.
Diddy is understandably unhappy with Jaguar's return to her past, and he is even applauding her for speaking the truth. If anybody has been relentless in exposing Diddy's evil side, it's had to be her.
Is that just like expected? Like when you see like, oh yeah, this Murder Inc., Irv Gotti, that's, you know, Ashanti probably had to deal with all that.
What the girl said.
Yeah, I read
he wanted the sloppy toppy.
Yeah, sloppy toppy.
He wanted it now.
Right now.
I ain't want my sloppy toppy. I want it now.
Says you sound like a baby. Anywhere. Yeah, no.
From what I heard, he sounded like a baby when he was begging for money from Lucian Grange. You know, everybody's forgetting how he sat there and slut-shamed the shit out of Ashanti. And then talked about that music and then bragged about how he sold all of their mother publishing rights to that weirdo vampire, Lucian Grange. And he sat there, I don't have to worry about BET because, you know, see, I know people like Lucian Grange. So did Diddy. Did he you too? Like, it's just...
Ah, man.
I wouldn't be bragging. I said that. When he did the Ching Chance, I said it. Irv, that's not a flex.
Yeah.
Bragging about Lucian Grange hooking you up don't look so good right now, do it. That ain't aging all that well. Because everybody know that Lucian has been Diddy and the Sean Carter. They sugar babies. So what the f you? I'm just curious. With the Diddy doo-wop and the bop. All I can say is this. When you're used to bitches giving you all kinds of affection and then you don't become as popular as you get older, you still expect for people to treat you the way they treated you when you was really popping. You don't want to accept they ain't popping like that no more. They used to the girl, yo, let me get some, yo, suck my baby. Oh, yeah. And that is like, well, I don't really feel like it. He said it looked like 5 years ago, bitch, you been on your knee.
Yeah.
You know, now you got ego involved.
Yeah.
Now, if he has to ask more than 3 or 4 times, and you throw a little cocaine in there, and you throw a little alcohol in there, and you throw a DMX video in there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want my sloppy toppy. I want it now.
Oh. Okay.
I tell you one thing. Y'all need to stop forcing to suck your dick. It's just not cute. If you gotta force a to do it, then your dick is probably just not very suckable. Which means you was always paying for it, whether they were asking or you were just leaving it on the nightstand. Like, there's so much prostitution threaded through all of this entertainment industry. It's covered with, oh, well, that's what you have to do to make the boss happy, and that's how you get the, no, it's prostitution.
Yeah.
It's, all of this transactional.
Yeah.
Like, I still can't believe people want to believe the Tank is straight. How is he any different than any other down low church boy anyone's ever met? Number one, people are forgetting this is another bite-sized hero. Tank is only about 5'5". You know? Like they gotta think about that. Would you really be lusting over that the camera play wasn't so dope? Would you really be thinking that everything at 5'5"? Like, you can never wear heels with him. Or just, you know, get the, are you sure he ain't in it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
so I have to ask, because, you know, that's like almost like a Napoleon complex when you're.
Oh, definitely.
So what would you call like what Chris Brown has? He comes to Dallas and allegedly he swings off on.
He came to Fort Worth.
I don't know where they were at.
County is not that.
Yeah, I don't even know where they were at. He was in Texas somewhere.
And he's over there Funky Town.
And now he's hit with a lawsuit of whooping ass.
Whose ass? Like, I'm still trying to understand the details.
Yeah, somebody from his past who maybe threw up a C versus a B. I don't know.
It sounds like they were just looking for something else because ever since I started exposing that maybe Rihanna was trafficked and used as the Megan Thee Stallion to take down Chris Brown like they used Megan Thee Stallion to take down Tory Lanez, maybe they just got to find something else to with him.
Yeah. And you gave him his flowers last interview, and now
I wish I could give him a break.
Yeah. Let me ask
He's the best of his generation. He is the best. Why is Usher getting lifetime achievement awards for keeping secrets and getting his ass batarang? Like, I don't understand. These aren't this is not an achievement. Like, this is not a lifetime. What is your lifetime? Your lifetime is getting by Diddy and everybody else. Your lifetime is knowing that little boy drowned out there and you didn't want to say anything because they're holding you hostage with all this shit she knew about you. You didn't even give a that kid. Like, I'm just tired. Let's go through Usher. Let's get that done. Why Donald Glover gotta stand there and say, why am I not black enough to have more BET awards than Sam Smith? How Sam Smith got the same amount of awards as me and he ain't no. He said, the objective of Bad Boy is to kill talent. We don't want talented motherfuckers, Bad Boy. Talented motherfuckers, they gotta say, oh, a talented motherfucker tell you, I'm gonna turn in my album when I feel like it. He said, but see, if we get people with no talent, and then we make them look like stars, see, we have total control. Because without us, they can't be the He said, that's how we're gonna run this label, and we're gonna run these around, and I'm gonna make all of you rich. And that was his talk at the Kit Kat Club in 1996 to his interns, who are now mostly executives at Bad Boy.
So that explains making the band, bringing unknowns.
As you begin to piece together what Jaguar Wright has said, you'll be surprised at how much truth seems to be concealed in plain sight.
I'm sorry, I'm a little upset about it, because Al B. Sure just came out of his coma, and I've been talking to Al, and we've been texting back and forth, and I'm just glad that he's alive to text.
Definitely.
Yeah. But when you think about Kim, I was thinking to myself the other day, Uptown Records started with 5 people. Andre Harrell, Al B. Sure, Heavy D, and Puffy. And Kim was the longest working employee because she was there from the very beginning. She was Andre's personal assistant. Kim is dead. Heavy D is dead. Andre Harrell is dead. The only 2 left are Puffy and Al almost died. Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting.
Heavy D was found dead, face down in the heart attack. Andre Harrell, heart attack. Kim died from pneumonia, but there's the first coroner's report that said that she died. It was ruled a homicide, and they found toxins in her body to prove that she had been poisoned. You know, they have poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia-like symptoms. And then right after that, Al had a meeting, and I was gonna meet up with him because we were in Vegas, and then the next thing you know, you wanna know what they all had in common though? The survivors and the late of Uptown Records, they were all writing tell-all books. Andre was writing a book right before he died. Heavy D was working on a book before he died. Kim Porter was working on a book before she died. And Al B. Sure was working on the documentary of his life. And then he goes into a coma. Has Puffy ever been in a coma? Has anything happened to him? He must be the luckiest because it seems like everybody that worked at Uptown Records from the very beginning. Come on. Just him. I guess Al disappointed you. You know, I speak for a reason. When you see this ass motherfucking people that you love, that you like, you know, it's too many coincidences.
Too many. You
Honeycomb.
Oh. Stamp it.
We gonna get you and your little dog too.
Mm.
And congratulations, young man. Run as fast as Cassie did. Has anybody asked themselves about that?
I mean, yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are asking about what's going on with it. Yeah, a lot of people are looking at it as like that's the way the new relationship should work.
What, to get paid?
Yeah, basically.
She was getting $500K a month. She quit because he dropped her down.
Yeah, I think that's where they're at with it now.
No, but understand this. Think about this. And there are women in this room. Why would you quit? What the f going on that 250,000 ain't enough?
Ladies?
Like the fact that he, I'm just saying, he cut it from 500 to 200. Who the gives a 200K? Who 250K? Who turning down 250K a month? What the going on in that relationship that 250K ain't enough?
Could see some things.
That ain't worth 250K. That's gotta be some. Like, people are not understanding that girl quit 250K. 4 million every quarter. Well, I'm sorry, $1 million every quarter. Now she was getting 2 million a quarter, but then she got, you know, going on. That's so deep that it ain't worth $1 million a quarter.
They told a story about Cassie one time, and she was saying someone had asked her why she cut her hair, and she was like, well, Diddy said he just liked it that way. And they said when she answered the question, it was like she was in a trance. Like, she was just like, I just don't know. Diddy just said he would like my hair this way. And they was like so in awe, like how she didn't even have a thought about it. It was just what he wanted.
That's how he operates. He has people followed. He has people watched. He does all kinds of. He's a.
Too much money.
I feel bad for the kids. Like, don't think that there aren't moments when I'm speaking honestly about that motherfucker that I pray that his children don't hear it. Because that's still their dad.
You pissed the wrong people off, and they told you to stop, and you said no, because now you get to a point where you feel like, hey, I'm untouchable. And before you know it, all this happens.
Oh my God.
So,
Jaguar, am I
bugging?
Jaguar spoke to everybody.
She was on point.
She spoke to everybody.
But she was on point. She was so confident in saying that Diddy was going to get, he's going to get caught. And I'm like, wow, this woman is a little bit off. And now she looking like a saint.
How ridiculous. Jaguar Wright foresaw Cassie's impending release of a significant revelation before anyone else did. And when that happened, everything fell apart. It was expected that Diddy would swiftly issue an apology, but let's be honest, everyone knows that was just an attempt to salvage his fading reputation.
And sure enough, we thought we were done. Just like that, we thought we were done. Where Diddy made an apology and you eloquently spoke on it. And before we even like really go into the depths of the apology that he made, your response to it, and what we're going to touch on, people were asking, I want you to address it one more time. People were asking as far as the tears you shed. Were you crying? The cries for Cassie, was that for Cassie? And again, I just want you to address it one more time.
No. Y'all know me. I don't cry on camera. And when I do cry on camera, it's usually because I'm triggered. Matter of fact, the last time you guys saw me cry on camera was when I did my life story. Talking about when my brother-in-law essayed me and my mother and sister swept it under the rug. You remember that? Wasn't that the last time y'all saw me cry on camera? I'm not a crier.
So can we ask what triggered that cry once again?
Because I know what that feels like.
All right, with Jack, let's do it like this.
And then listening to Misa. Watching Cassie's video triggered her empathy because you two have been over by the diddler. Interesting. I mean, as a writer, if I were to dissect that sentence and make all intentions clear, it took watching came after you get kicked like that you up underneath that car to trigger your empathy. Damn. Because you too, before her, went through that. My. How illuminating. You gotta watch a girl whose ass you knew was getting beat just like your ass got beat. You gotta watch it on CNN, which basically means you couldn't avoid it, to feel empathy. That speaks volumes for women, doesn't it? Because what I didn't hear when Cassie filed that lawsuit was all the other women who have been hurt by the diddler jump up and say, that happened to me, that happened to me, that happened to me, that happened to me. So everybody just sat back and speculated on whether or not she was a gold digger or telling the truth. Mies had more to say about the raid and the treatment of her child than she did about watching Cassie step forward bravely to file that suit publicly. And she didn't say nothing, did she? No. I don't remember Mies saying, that's right, girl, I'm filing my suit next week. No, you had to watch that that you let pretend to be your baby daddy, because that's Wolf's son. Allegedly.
So, Jack, can we ask you? Yeah, I know it's already at a level.
I'm just tired of the kids. We know this nigga's terrible. Y'all all knew this terrible. How can you imagine if Misa had to file charges against the diddler when he kicked her ass up underneath that car? Or if Kim had to press charges for when he broke her nose? Will we even be seeing that video of Cassie? An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Why are we letting monsters make it? And why are we letting victims suffer in silence? Because the truth is, for everything that I could say about one of these Diddy doo-wop-bop girls, they're victims too.
People sold their souls to Diddy. And then they're mad now because the hazing process was a little bit rougher than they thought. Take that.
Jaguar Wright doesn't skip a beat. In yet another astounding interview, she called out TD Jakes for his association with Diddy, and lo and behold, it too proved to be accurate. It's as like she has the inside scoop on everyone in the business.
I gotta ask you this. I'm sure somebody's already asked you this, but have you ever been to a P. Diddy party?
Yeah, several, many, honestly.
And so, can you take us through like what goes on, like when you were there?
What did I say when y'all asked me about why was the TD Jakes at the Diddy party?
Yeah.
What'd I say? Money.
That's correct. Were you surprised that there were so many cameras in his houses?
No.
That he was recording these?
Of course. He is the J. Edgar Hoover of hip hop.
Okay.
Y'all done seen him put on the pyramid with a skirt?
So let me ask you, when you hear that Cassie was told to hire male escorts to come in what they call freak-offs now.
Yeah.
Is that something normal that happens in Hollywood?
Yeah.
Freak-offs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody know that. I've been saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many times I got these is wild.
So do you feel like people, when they hear pink cocaine, Young Miami has to bring across?
Wait, the Tusi.
Yeah, the Tusi. That's what they call.
I found out. I talked to my drug guy because I wanted to be informed. Because people was calling it Tusi, that's calling it the Tunchi. I didn't know which one it was, so I talked to my drug guy, and my drug guy filled me in, and then it made perfect sense. Tusi.
Talk to him.
Drugs with Jaguar.
Let's talk.
Drugs education.
101.
So Tusi is the coke, but they take the ketamine and cook it up. And they fold it into the cup. Now, if you don't know what ketamine is what they call on the street Special K. It's a veterinary drug. It's a horse tranquilizer. Now, gay men have been using this for years. See, back in the day, if you went to a gay party or a gay rave, there were certain drugs that you would always find on hand. Viagra, ecstasy, Special K, and cocaine. Now, see, the cocaine keep you up all night, but unfortunately, it gives you limp noodle because of what the blood flow is. So you wants to fuck with a half-hard dick all night. So that's why you have the Viagra to make sure that the dick involuntarily stays hard while you're numbing yourself with the coke. Now, see, the ketamine, that's a horse tranquilizer, so that relaxes all your muscles. You could get 80-ton gorillas. You wouldn't feel a thing. So now, your dick is gonna stay hard. You numbed up and you high. You got the ketamine in you so you don't feel. And then you add the ecstasy to put in the feeling that you've now blocked out. And now you got a party.
Freak off cocktail.
Yeah. So now, the Tootsie, they done skipped all the steps. They condensed it. So you got the cocaine in there, and then you got the ketamine in there, and they say that some of the dealers add the ecstasy in there. Now the Viagra, you still got to take that solo. But with the Tootsie, you got all of that. The gay cocktail. Off cocktail in the one thing. And the reason why it's pink is because they put the food coloring in it. They think, he said he think they got it from the Breaking Bad. You remember how they was making the meth, and they made it a special color. So they done that with the Tootsie.
Wow.
It's the food coloring.
You think that
As if you need more. When did high not get high enough? Like, I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, to the point where you have to fly it across. Like, I need that here tonight. Can you get that here? Like, no.
I need that here. You got 3 drugs, powerful drugs, and food coloring.
Shit. Okay.
You are numb. You are wired. You pop that Viagra. You a f***ing machine. You anything. You a brick wall wouldn't even feel it.
Yeah, I love this drink.
Will you put my bag?
I like when you like this, Daddy.
Will you put my bag?
Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit.
This is what he had to say about what he just said in that last video.
Audience, I don't really remember what I was saying. You know what I'm saying?
Would you like a reminder?
Yeah, sure.
Play something.
Hey, yo, listen, yo, I love it all. I love it all.
Bro,
he
low-key look like I like when you like this, Daddy. Will you put my bag? Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit.
That was you.
Scrambling.
What? You said, I like when you do it like that, Daddy. When you scrambling and scraping.
Hey.
Jaguar Wright is intensifying her criticism of Diddy even further by focusing on his job as a parent. Although Diddy's empire is booming, she claims that his family is beginning to show signs of weakness.
And real quick, I have to go back to the raid real quick with Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
His sons were there and he was not there at the houses. And he was quiet.
That was the worst part of that.
To see his sons being
How
hacked.
the f do you force your kids to do your perp walk? That was the worst part, and all I could think about was Kim and Misa.
The girls.
Just her son. He left their son to be walked out backwards on camera for the world to see. Thank God Kimura got the girls. Misa's son. Misa and Wolf's son.
Man.
And Quincy's missing.
Quincy's missing. And lastly.
After he was questioned by the feds.
After.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was in witness protection right now. Which means his father ain't ever gonna see him again.
Have we seen the last, or is this just the beginning of that saga?
It's just getting started.
True.
Which is why I think people are so uncomfortable about me being in this position right now because of my press pass and because I'm gonna be in the courtroom for the Keefe D trial. If we get to the bottom of Tupac's, when that is finally revealed, 15 other will be revealed with it. And you will find that they were all committed by the same 2 people, father and son.
Were you surprised by Keefe D's arrest for Tupac?
No. I'm just surprised that he hasn't given it up yet. I'm surprised that he hasn't gone to the feds yet because he just got stabbed in jail.
Yes, he did.
He's been beaten 3 times. And I'm going to say it for a fact. I know you the one pulling the strings. Reggie Wright Jr. Stop putting your dirty work on other people. You know exactly what you are. And so help me God if you don't keep my name out your mouth.
With the last time you were on the couch, you had mentioned, and it's crazy that you say these things. You talk about Bad Boy. You speak on Heavy D. You speak on Albie Shore.
Yeah.
And you say like, look who's standing. And now Albie Shore is now, he's being cryptic. Not too cryptic, but he's now.
He's very cryptic.
He's very cryptic. But
he's speaking louder than he's ever spoken before.
Ever.
And the reason why he's cryptic is for the sake of his son. Imagine having an enemy that has a position of influence in your child's life and knowing that that person sends you notes and messages every now and then. If you don't do this, if you don't do that, that boy is allegedly. Imagine that. Imagine your baby mama is telling you that if you don't do what he wants you to do, he's gonna child. And you know he's capable of it. Allegedly. Story in the Bible. 2 women had 2 babies. One woman went to sleep, rolled over on her baby. The other woman's baby was just fine. The woman whose baby, she got up, she went and stole the baby from her roommate. Then they fought over who the mother was. They went before the king, King Solomon. He heard both sides of the story and said, give me a knife. Give me a sword. He got the sword and he was like, I'm gonna cut the baby in half and each of you can have a piece and then we'll be done with it. It was the real mother that said, don't harm that baby, she can have him. Why is nobody willing to accept, as monstrous as people are finding out that Diddy is now, that he wouldn't be willing to split Quincy in half? Because he would.
Yeah, he said some years ago, like during a TV show, that he would like harm his own mother to get what he wanted, or something along those lines. So,
well, I don't blame him for wanting to harm that. She's his victimizer and his pimp. She his first pimp.
Oh. Okay.
Y'all don't see the lineup? Jay-Z is setting Diddy up. He lined up D. Haven, stole his life and identity. He lined up Big L, stole his life and identity. He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life, identity, and took his love. Lined up R. Kelly, he wants to be the one.
In the comments section below, please share your thoughts on whether Jaguar should be taken seriously and if Jay should be the next to go down. If you like this video, please press the subscribe button to ensure that you never miss any updates. Until then, family, keep it real.